guys, this is an emergency meeting where
Emergency!
Chapter 1 just got revealed to be next season, kind of, where we're going back to Chapter 1, Season 5, somehow, and we're also going to go through every season in 1 month. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it'll be cool. So right now we're continuing a conversation that we had on the Part 1 episode, but you can watch that after this one, or before, who cares, and basically, we're going to talk about how it might end with the black hole and what'll lead up to it and maybe how it'll change since it's time travel.
I'm so hyped for this.
Yes.
I am so excited for this. So anyways, what was your hard prediction or what something that you were going to tell me? Do you have any idea of how this is going to end or did you just want to talk about it?
No. I think I actually do. Well, maybe. So we had to talk about the possibilities. So it'll start in Season 5, I assume. We're going into Season 5, Chapter 4.
Yeah, really? You think
1,
so?
Season 5. It's set to that at the time machine.
Oh, that's a good point. What am I saying?
Okay, here's a theory I have. I made a whole video about this, and I'm posting it yesterday when this goes out. But basically, I think that Sloan, Jones, and the team that are working to steal the time machine are getting it to go back to Season 5 to stop the cube before it progresses.
That's interesting.
Okay, so here's something else. I know we've all kind of decided that the cube cradle isn't in front of the sun, but with a blood moon on the island and a lunar eclipse where there's a sun and something in front of the sun, it's not the moon. So what if the cube cradle does come, block the sun, and we run to the Chapter 1 island to defeat the last reality before they got there.
Dude, I can't think of a theory that makes more sense than that.
And then it goes wrong, and we start flying through time up until the black hole where everything almost gets destroyed again and the nothing come. But we somehow manage to stop it before or something. Like, it won't go to Chapter 2. It'll go to Chapter 5 somehow. We know that. But we don't know what'll happen. We know it's time travel, so we have to somehow change the outcome. But we don't know how.
There's so many possibilities there because now that I'm thinking, like, what if like that storyline comes to a complete close and then we start off, because like I was talking about with you and I believe we've mentioned in other episodes where I'm like, what if they just get rid of like this is closing out the story. They make Fortnite Book 2 or something, right?
Yeah.
I think I told you about that idea, right? We talked about it on the podcast. So I'm thinking, what if this is actually like closing things up? Because what if we go back to Season X, we actually succeed, and we break the loop? Everybody's free.
Ooh, that works actually.
Yeah, and like maybe that could be Midas's big return too. He finally succeeds in being the loop breaker.
Yeah.
Agent Jones is back. The 7, the Visitor can retire. Chapter 1, Season 5, the Visitor can go take off into Donald Mustard's world.
Something Restro mentioned today is that Chapter 4's was boring. Chapter 4's storyline was boring, but the reason it was slower was because in order for Donald to give, what's his name? The new guy. Charlie Wen, a new fresh start with not everything, obviously, but like a fresh start to bring them in somehow in his own way. Donald Mustard had to send him off somehow. So he kind of got rid of every character, and then now Charlie Wen can bring him back how he wants to so he can start fresh in this position.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a good way of saying it. And Jones is already back, and I think this is maybe not Charlie Wen, but the new storyline teams or like the storyline team's way of bringing him back. And we'll probably get an explanation to where he was. I think right now it's that he was floating around in space, and he just couldn't find his way back in time, and it took him this long.
That's funny, actually.
We don't know yet.
That's what I was going to ask you because, like, I mentioned in part 1 of our episode that I had a pretty busy day today. I haven't been able to keep up besides, like, the very morning of the update with 4 Nightmares. So, do we know anything about Agent Jonesy being here, or is he just here? Like, that's all we know.
We know he's working with Sloan.
What did he say?
When Jones is there, Sloan's not. So, when you walk up to Jones with Sloan, I think he says, I don't know what's more scary, you shooting at me or you talking to me. I think that's what he said. And
interesting.
But I think they are working together. I don't remember how we found that out, but they are, I think.
Dude, I actually think it's most likely that happens. The Cube Cradle finally gets here. If we're talking about, and wait, did we talk about this in this first part or second part? Astria. That was the first part we talked about, right? Okay, so what we just explored was the Astria loading screen, and we ended up calling something, by the way. It was a great, so go check out that video down below.
Yeah.
Another part of it is, so since that teaser was correct, right? Everything
Mhm.
and nothing is merging. The black holes there, the new map there, or the old map they're inviting us into. The cube cradle's in Astria's chest. So if that's correct, the cube cradle could come, and you're right. Because we've been waiting so long for this cube cradle. It's now or never,
I wonder if
unless
that
they're
means
continuing the story.
anything.
Well, I honestly believe you're right. It's just like the rest of Last Reality coming, and like we take off. We like, oh no, we can't win this one. We're out of there, and then we stop. Dude, going back to stop Kevin the Cube would be funny.
I don't think it would work.
I want to play. Oh, that was something we only got for like no time at all. I want to play on the bouncy Kevin
Yeah.
Loot Lake. There's so
That's
much
true.
stuff that was there for just a little bit that we want to come back, and that's why I would like to see this for Chapter 2 too. I want to go play with that water storm again. We only got it for like a
Yeah.
day.
Wait,
The flood.
water storm.
Oh, there's so like at the end after the device event.
Oh yeah, that was the
There's-
best thing ever in Fortnite.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was so much fun.
So I wonder if one day they will do this for Chapter 2. I honestly would prefer it if they
I
did this
think
whole time thing
some-
with Chapter 1 and Chapter 2.
I don't think it would be storyline related if they do. I honestly think it would be you can play on any map you choose at that point if they did it, because I think Chapter 1's the only way you can do this, because at that point it would be reusing and be boring, but not boring obviously, but you know what I mean.
Isn't it interesting now that it all makes sense that hey, they were like, hey, you can't make any Chapter 1 maps in creative.
Yeah, you don't get paid from it.
Yeah, that's wild, eh? So
And
they
they
were working
did.
on this the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe they're actually bringing it back, man. I can't believe, because I always thought, like, my whole opinion was that it's something that they will always be able to keep in their back pocket. If the day comes where Fortnite, like, not the ones that everybody just says, oh, Fortnite's dying, you know what I mean? Like, it's just factually not.
Mhm.
The time that comes that it actually starts dying, I'm talking like a decade down the road, that will always be in their back pocket, and they're going to be like, hey, OG Fortnite's here. Here you go. Come play it. So that's what I thought they would always save it for. I'm a little shocked that they're bringing it out.
I'm not. I feel like that makes sense, yeah, but it's also like a baby thing to do. Like, it's cheap. And I mean, either
Well,
they're
still, it's-
yeah, I know what you mean, but I think this way is the best way, and I honestly think it's Donald Mustard's last thing. I think this
Yeah,
is his last thing, and
gotta
he's
be.
somehow gonna, like, I don't know, cause I think he's done with Fortnite already. Like, the other day was kind of sad because like he posted something on Twitter and it had nothing to do with Fortnite. And
Are
it
you
wasn't,
sure?
It wasn't a teaser. It was just him on a bike ride. He said, "I love this trail."
Are you sure?
Yeah, but the last time we saw that bike was a teaser, and it's sad. It's so sad.
Hey, I'm not counting him out completely until he's gone. Until
Yeah.
after this chapter. Or
I don't know.
season
The
5, excuse me.
the one before that, I think was a teaser for something, but this one I don't know about yet because there's nothing.
I still love all the comments are like, can't you guys let the man live his life? I'm like, guys, he lives for these teasers. He
I know.
likes doing it.
I know.
I'm gonna miss him though. I hope Charlie One does that same type of stuff.
Yeah, somehow.
So, is there any other like hard predictions you have for how this thing will play out? Like, so if hang on, do you think the conclusion to it will be like one grand live event? Like, do you think we're gonna get a repeat of the end,
Okay,
except it's gonna play out differently?
what I really hope happens is we do get the end back, because if we were to get like, imagine the rocket comes, they all do this thing where like they did the end event
Play the
music, is
music.
playing, and then
Oh.
no, bro, imagine we heard the end event music again and we got to watch it all again. Okay, dude. Okay, so something, you know how that music, have you seen Interstellar?
No, I keep wanting to
Ah,
though.
okay.
I keep wanting to.
Well, without spoiling anything, in Interstellar, something happened in the beginning where it was eventually something in the end trying to stop it from happening, right? So, trying to stop something from happening. And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. It would help, but it's okay. And what if it's like that in Fortnite, where Season 5 was us coming back in a way, like us from the future trying to stop something from happening from
That's
then.
interesting. That's interesting.
I mean, it's the same idea. We know that the music from the end event was inspired by Interstellar.
Was it? I didn't know
no,
that, actually.
it was.
That's funny.
It sounds very identical. You've heard Interstellar music for sure. It's fire.
I'm sure I have. It's probably on TikToks everywhere.
It's all the time.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the event question. I really hope that the end event does happen again, and then something stops something from happening. I want the black hole to end the chapter, but I know that since it's time travel, it'll end different. Like, it'll have to be different, and it's not like we'll get the same event again and then just wake up and it's chapter 5 instead of 2. Mm-hmm. It'll have to be like the event's happening, and then like something happens and like does something different. I don't know. Imagine like
I'm sure it'll happen.
Imagine the meteors coming down, and then like somebody just comes and smacks into the meteor, and then like that doesn't happen, and then like the Foundation talks to the Foundation from the past, and then they're like,
really funny.
What is going on?
They could also go the Avengers Endgame route and be like, they make this little timeline thing. So technically, let's say like they go back in time, they stop the end event from happening, right?
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking.
So now that means there's 2 separate timelines. So the characters that we all had, the characters that we have been with since 2018, they are all fixed now and they can live happily ever after, right? They can make sure like they tell that through a story. But then Charlie Wen's story continues on this other timeline, kind of like the Loki series.
Yeah.
That would work. Am I wrong?
No, it would work. That'd be cool.
Yeah. There's so many possibilities. I'm so excited to see, but at the rate that we're going now, we're just going to get it spoiled for us. I don't want that.
I really don't.
They're going to Donald Mustard's big conclusion, and everybody's going to spoil it. And there's no way you're going to stay off of it. There's no way you're going to stay away from it.
I mean, it's chapter 1 was sad, and I think that's what they meant when they said we'll have unlimited content every week. I was just talking on the last podcast. I think I was telling you how I want new weekly updates. I was like, we need new weapons every week, and then now we're gonna get a whole new season every week.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
crazy, eh?
That is our unlimited content.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they weren't kidding, eh? Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We'll never run out of content for November and December. So November they weren't kidding, and December is gonna be the brand new chapter, along with hopefully a good Winterfest.
Okay, dude. I think they'll open up chapter 5 with a concert, like. A weekend, they'll be like concert time.
Wild.
Imagine.
Do we know they're working on one, eh?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Give me Post Malone, please. Give me Post Malone.
Somebody commented on the last one and said The Weeknd. That's a good one too.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad.
That's a good one too.
So some bangers. I saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy. Is that you trying to look messed up like The Weeknd?
What?
You know how he got like plastic surgery or something and he looks all messed up now?
I got no idea.
I hope that's the case, because then I just said the dude looks messed up.
Wait, imagine.
That was a total joke. 100,000%.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
The Weeknd's gonna come after you.
He's gonna come after some Fortnite creator.
Yes, but I'm excited. What do you think is gonna happen for the event?
Dude, okay, I could have went into just like random speculation mode, but now I'm like, you came up with such a solid theory about going back to stop Kevin the Cube, because the Cube Cradle's coming. That's the biggest threat. You could dive into.
Oh, you can go.
No, that's okay. Go.
Okay, this is building off of the Cube Cradle. We did, if we're not assuming that the thing she saw in the sky, this old, whatever it was, this old non-natural thing coming towards us, if it isn't Kato Thorne, because Kato Thorne showed up with the time machine. He didn't.
Yeah.
I don't really know. He just kind of popped up, but either that was him coming, and then he just like, it doesn't make sense in that sense for some reason to me. But what if it was the Cube Cradle coming, and then it blocks the sun, and we like get to see it, and then we leave. We're gone.
That's possible. You know what just came to my head is what if Kato Thorne taking this stuff from the past affects the past? So when we go back, something's altered. For example, I was just thinking about this off the top of my head, but I don't necessarily know how this would really affect anything. He took Bunker Jonesy.
Mm-hmm.
What if he never gives a warning or something? Maybe the Caddis wins, you know?
Did they start building the machine because of the warning?
What do you mean?
Like, the robot, did they start building that because of the warning, or did they start building because of the...
I don't know.
They saw the monster. I don't remember either.
I don't know. But, like, what other stuff did he take? He had Oro's head, but that's from Chapter 2. Did he take anything else important from Chapter 1?
I don't think so yet.
Huh. Because I'm a little confused, like, Bunker Jonesy of all people, like, knowing Donald Mustard, knowing the storytelling, that means something, but maybe it's something insignificant. Maybe they're just saving Bunker Jonesy. Maybe Jonesy's just like, I want to save that guy. He's me.
Yeah.
He was important. I don't know. That's a little dumb, but it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm trying to think of how else I could play out, but the thing that you came up with makes so much sense.
Yeah, I don't know
Alas.
I don't know either. Everybody, if you're watching, you are watching because you hear me. Comment down below what your theories are for this. If you think you know what could happen instead of the cube, us going back to stop the cube, let us know. And if you think you have any cool theories, let us know as well.
I can't wait to I can't wait to speculate. I can't wait to do like it's gonna be a fun 20 days, dude.
I
If the
know.
Fortnite community will stop having so much drama that I can upload something else that's not Fortnite community related. Not that I don't like talking about it, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. But
Everybody likes drama.
that was the 15-minute mark.
We're up already, eh?
So our emergency meeting is over. We've spoken.
PVJ, it's been an absolute blast.
Any other words for the final words?
I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm roller coaster of emotions. Fortnitemares is here. I'm gonna play some Fortnitemares later.
Yeah,
I'm excited,
about that.
but I do have to take off. I'm going to my dad's.
All right. Well,
All right.
everybody go watch part 1. It's on the screen right in front of Clint's face. So click that, and if you want to watch more of the episodes, watch right here in front of my face. See you later.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Bye.